So talk to me a little about this post that was on your Facebook. Was it yesterday or the day before? And I know it's been removed, but talk to me a little about when it was.
I'm not exactly sure when it was, but when I saw the post, it was a repost. It was not my post. And the reason why I put the post there was like a warning. Maybe I should have put a little topic that says warning, warning, repost, repost. And the reason why I did that is because of the wording to the post. It's not that I am for Hitler. Trust me, that is not who I am. I have never been that way. I grew up in the Jim Crow era in Southern Alabama. So I know what it's like to have that type of person to spew his hate amongst people. My ancestors have endured a lot of hate and a lot of positions to a point where they can't even breathe. And because of what's going on in the world today, and we're going to use George Floyd as an example, with your knee on my neck for 8 minutes and I think 20 whatever seconds it was. This is what I'm trying to convey to the people. And a lot of people took it the wrong way. But it's the wording that's inside of it that says the best way to take control over a people and control them utterly is to take a little of their freedom at a time, to erode rights by 1,000 tiny and almost imperceptible reductions. In this way, the people will not see those rights and freedoms being removed until the past, the point at which these changes cannot be reversed. I am an African American woman, and I want my African American community to know, because of what's going out there, you got people out there marching for Black Lives Matter. Why is it that the clerk of the courts can't fight from you on the inside, letting you know, I know what injustice is. But if they keep taking away things from you, that's just like with the Amendment 4. They right now, if they did not register to vote on the 20th of this month, they can't vote. So we're talking about felons who wants their rights back. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about with the Floyd, with your knee on my neck. So I'm trying to convey that. If other people took it the wrong way, that is not what I said. I love everybody. I'm not against anybody's religion, their faith, or their group. That is just not who I am, and that was not meant to be portrayed in that way.
So I want to ask you, you had said from the very beginning, and you want to make clear this was a repost. In that you mean you didn't make this post, you saw someone had posted it and you posted it on your...
Absolutely. I will not post anything like that. That was just a warning to let people know, hey, this post is going around. Read the wording on this. Just read the words, and that's the only reason why. Because a lot of our Black and brown children and males and females are being killed. Someone said slaughtered. Yes, they are being slaughtered every day. They're being killed every day, every day, every day, every day. And for us to be in the 21st century, and because of what's going on into government, and seeing, what our top president is, doing, and, with the Hitler stuff and what, he's whatever, that's not my concern with him. He is the president of the United States, and he tweets, he does whatever he wants to do. So I'm not going to speak anything negative or positive, in reference to Mr. Trump. But I want my people to know, all of my little brown and Black children and people of minority status, to know this is the reason why I put out there, because I do have grandsons growing up in this society, and I want them to know, don't take their knowledge away. Don't take freedom away from them little at a time. Stop doing that. That is not the reason why I reposted it, because it's not my post. It was just a post that I reposted.
You do understand the backlash that you've gotten, though. I mean, regardless of what the words said, and regardless of the fact that it is falsely attributed to Adolf Hitler, on the post has a picture of Adolf Hitler. It is attributed to him, albeit incorrectly. Do you understand why there has been backlash to that, regardless of the fact of whether people may or may not agree with your point of this should not be happening to Black people, brown people in this community today? Do you understand why people were upset by that post and by the association with Adolf Hitler?
I understand.
Do you have, you say that it wasn't about that, but you did delete it. Why did you choose to delete the post if you felt that it really wasn't?
I deleted it because it needed to have been deleted, because there was a lot of negative things that was being said on that post towards me and my race of people. You didn't see, maybe you did see a lot of the posts, but maybe they just screenshotted the ones that you wanted to see. But things were being negatively said. So I said, let me take this down because this is not me. This is not who I am. Let me remove it. Let me take down all of the comments and whatever the case may be, because I don't offend people. I don't set out to offend people. I never will offend any group of people. Race, creed, color, or nationality, or your religion. That is not who I am, and that was not meant to be set out there in that way. It was the wording of it. The best way to take control over people and control them utterly is to take a little of their freedom.
And to be clear, I did not see any of the comments. I only saw the original post. By the time I got to your page, the post was gone, so I did not get to read through the comments. But I did see people posting about it and upset with it, so I did want to get your response to it. And I think, and correct me if this is not exactly what you meant, but I think your point was you do not support Adolf Hitler. You do not support anything he stood for. You felt that the words that were in that quote they had weight in what is going on in today's world.
Yes, I don't support Adolf Hitler. No, never will in my life. I just made a statement. I came up during the Jim Crow era in Southern Alabama. Why would I want to support someone like that, ferocious of a man that, hate is a very powerful word. And Adolf Hitler had hate for another human race. And that is just uncalled for. I wasn't back then in that era. And I don't even stand for it now, having that type of hate in your heart for another race of people or religion or sect of human beings. We are supposed to be in this together. And I just want the people out there, especially the Black and brown communities and the minorities, to know that I stand with all of you because I am an African-American woman. I stand actually with everyone, but because I am an African-American woman, I need to voice what has to be voiced because of that and because of my grandsons that are growing up in this era.
The last thing, is there anything you want to say directly to maybe the Jewish people of Broward County who may have taken offense to this, or maybe took it away that you didn't intend to? Is there anything you want to say directly to them?
To that community, like I said, I don't think because of the post, it wasn't to be meant offensively to you or anyone, because Hitler was portrayed, his picture was portrayed in this article, which I come to find out that someone said that, they fact checked, and then he wasn't the one that said it, someone just posted his picture to it. But it was not meant to be set out to the Jewish community in an offensive manner. Others may have portrayed it to be that way, but it was not that way. I have always been supportive of a lot of communities, and I always felt that we, whether we minorities or Black, or we are just, a community that is on the other side of the track, does not mean that we have to be in a hateful, violent situation with another race of people. That is not who I am, and that was not meant to be set out to be said in that manner.
Okay. Anything else you think I'm missing? Anything else you want to include, or you think maybe we've covered it? It's up to you.
Ian, I don't think it's anything else unless you have questions of me in reference to that. But I just want the community to know, the attack on me it is what it is. Life is what it is. People are who they are. And I just want people to know that I try to be an advocate for what is right. And I will continue to be an advocate for what is right for the people, because you do have senators, you have representatives on a local level, on a state level, who are fighting for the rights of people. So I want them to know that you're out there fighting for Black Lives Matter, and you're doing what you need to do on the outside to let people know, hey, we're tired, we're tired, we're tired. Why is it that I can't do the same thing to show, stop taking it away from us, stop taking it away from us, stop taking it away from the minorities, stop taking it away from those who need to really, really grow to a point where once all this happened and you get to that point where it says, if you take all these freedoms away, being removed into the past point at which these changes cannot be reversed, when is it going to stop? When is it going to stop?
And I don't think anyone had an issue with the words on it. I think, and as you mentioned, it has been fact-checked and it wasn't actually Adolf Hitler who said it, but I don't think anyone had an issue with the words. I think people had an issue with anyone, you or otherwise, attributing anything to Adolf Hitler, but especially someone that is in a public office, that is running for re-election, attributing something to a person who did such terrible things so many years ago. I think that was mostly the blowback that you saw, no?
I think so, but I wasn't contributing to anything when it came to Hitler. Never will in my life. That is just not me. I will never contribute to hate. Never contribute to hate.